Hey bitch. Hey bitch. Hey bitch. Hey bitch. Hey sexy. It's Deenah and welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely... Did I just shout there? I think I just shouted there. I just went, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Welcome back to my channel. Today is actually New Year's Eve. That's why I'm dressed like this. Bling bling. But I thought, listen, it's been a while and I have a little bit of time and I look glam for once. So why not do a little cheeky story time on something that happened recently? Because I don't want to tell this story next year. I want to tell it now. I want to tell it before the year ends so I can get it over with. Because I told my friends and they're shook and I'm like, listen, it's time for me to tell. Today's video is going to be, as you can see by the title, a story time on the time that I slept with the man of my dreams. And this only happened a few weeks ago. So if you want to know the whole story, then just keep on watching. So I would like to start this video by telling you that I look like I have a lot of sex. I look like I fuck all the time. If you're a minor and you're watching this, then don't. But if you are, then don't tell anybody that you're watching this. Basically, you're watching porn right now. This is illegal. So basically, yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that I'm like a little bit hypersexual or that I have a lot of sex or that I'm promiscuous, if you will. I guess I give off that vibe. And I have had sexual intercourses with a lot of people. A lot of people. That depends on what you think a lot of people are. But I say sexual intercourse because I've actually not have had full-on sex with a lot of people. I don't know if I've ever told in this channel how I lost my virginity, but it wasn't the best way to lose it. I lost my virginity. I lied to everyone in high school. I told everybody that I lost it when I was 15. Lies. I lost it when I was 20 and I lost it really badly. I lost it with a guy that I didn't like. I was just tired of being a virgin. And I was Deenah. That's one thing that I'll say, like, I was proud of because I waited until I transitioned and I was Deenah and I'm like, yay. My last name was Jose. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not telling you what I was called before. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. And if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you don't get it. And if you don't get it, then I'm sorry for you. If you know where that reference is from, bitch.
I'm just gonna start off by saying, like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. And if you don't know, like, I honestly feel bad for you. Like, I cannot explain it. Like, I don't have the vocabulary to sit here and explain, like, either you get the vibe or you don't get the vibe. Yeah,
so I was 20 and I was tired of telling everybody that I had a lot of sex because I was telling everybody, I fuck all the time. Yes, I fucked him, I fucked this one, I fucked that one. I didn't fuck them. Maybe I gave him a cheeky BJ. But I didn't full on fuck them. And people played along with it. Like, did you fuck Deenah? Yeah. Yeah, I fucked her. What a whore. No, I didn't. So I was tired and there was this guy that I met on Tinder and like for months and months and months and months and months he was like chasing me. He was so not my type. He was super short, slightly ginger. Not that shorts and ginger are gonna turn on, but like back then I was only interested in like 6'5", basketball, rich. This guy wasn't rich, he wasn't tall, he wasn't fit, not a single muscle on his body. Huge P, but just really not attractive. He had a wife and kids. Yes. I chose him to give my V card to because I had always heard that losing your virginity is painful and you will fall in love with the person that you did it with. Everyone was like, oh my god, yeah, I always remember my first time because it was so special and I like fell in love with him for ages. And I was like, really? I don't want that. I don't have a boyfriend, so I don't want to fall in love with who I'm having sex with. So I just chose the guy that I knew that I didn't like at all. And that was my worst mistake, so please, if you're watching this, don't do that. Because that cost me having really, really bad trauma. And yes, I say trauma because I haven't enjoyed sex since. Until this year. My sex experiences were awful. But mind you, I'm sorry, mom, dad, if you're watching, then don't. I lost my virginity with huge leather-heeled boots, fishnet tights, lingerie, red lipstick, false lashes, a fucking belt around my neck. I was basically an S&M whore fantasy that this guy had. And I gave it to him because I wanted to feel pretty and feel desired. Oh my god. And it is so sad because I look back and I wish my first time was special with someone who cared about me, who cared about like how much pain I was in. This guy even filmed me losing my virginity and I said it was okay. I don't know where that video is. I had it. in my computer. And then I had a Psycho X, and he sent it to his phone, so he still probably has it to this day. My losing my virginity video is probably out there somewhere. Which, you know, after all these years, I've just gathered the fact that if I ever see that video resource, it is what it is. I was stupid. I was so stupid. I was young. I was just dying to lose it. I was desperate. Which I don't want anyone watching this if you're a virgin to be. That's why I think I'm telling this story. So just keep on watching, because it will get better. I'm sorry that it sounded like a sobby, like sad story, but it does get better. Lost it with him, and it was awful. It was awful. We didn't use a condom. He came inside. I felt trashy as fuck. I was bleeding from my ass, yes. And he just finished and left. And left me there like an empty sack of potatoes in the bed with tears down my eyes from how painful it was. So then I didn't have sex again for a while. Then I met my psycho ex-boyfriend. I was with him for 10 months and I never, ever, for 10 months, ever slept with him because he was really toxic. I don't know, I think I've mentioned it before. I've only had one boyfriend, which was him. And I was in a very, very toxic relationship with him, like abusive, like physically and mentally abusive. And he cheated on me all the time from like day one. From week one, he was cheating on me with every trans girl in the island. And I knew, I was aware. People would come to me and be like, I slept with him yesterday. And I'll be like, did you? Lies. Lies you tell. And they would show me like messages. They would show me pictures. And I'll be like, nope. No. But like deep down I knew. I was like, I know. But like I wanted to prove the whole world that like trans women can have boyfriends. Because it's so taboo, right? Trans girls, they're never like taken on a date. Trans girl, I've still never been on a date. To this day. So it's like, you know, it's quite sad to think that that was what was going through my head. Like, I'll stick to him because this is as good as it's gonna get. And that was, I kept hearing that, like, left, right, and center from every trans girl that I met. Like, listen, if he wakes up next to you, that's as good as you're gonna get. So I believed it. I believed it for a very, very long time. So I stayed with him, no matter what happened. He could beat me the fuck up, and police could be involved, and I'd still be like, I fell, I was drunk, my fault. And I'd stay with him. He didn't work, ever. I was paying rent, I was paying bills. All by myself, using all of my money that I could have used for the boob job, for my life. It was so sad. It was so sad. And then when I was done with that, finally, after my mom found out that he was abusive, took that long, then I was a little bit like uncontrolled. I went on like a high one of feeling super ugly. So like a low one, more than a high one. I felt super ugly, I felt super undesired, and I felt like a failure because I was single again. So everybody was right, everyone won. Trans girls are like a sexual object, blah, blah, blah. Sadly, I started having sex with a lot of people. By the way, I was so scared when I lost my virginity and I started bleeding and everything. I actually went to the doctor the next day and I got checked everything because I fucked with no condom and he came inside. I was like, I can't get pregnant, but I definitely have an STD. My ass was so itchy. Like, my ass was like in pain the next day and like itchy and shit, and I just didn't know what to do. Not itchy, I don't remember if it was itchy, but I just remember I was concerned because of the pain. I didn't know if the pain was normal, but I couldn't tell anyone that I just lost my virginity because everybody thought that I lost it at 15 and I was a whore. So I was like, okay. So I went to the doctor by myself. I got the results. I was totally fine. So nothing to worry about. And this happened with the ex, whatever. And then now, I started like seeing everybody. You could be ugly. I didn't care. I didn't care. If you liked me, I liked you. And it was kind of like that. And I'd give you head. And I would let people have sex with me. I think in a month, I might have met like, I don't know. There was times my roommate was scarred to death. There was days where I would have 3 guys come in the house. I was letting everyone on Tinder come in my house and like be with me. Whether it was a blowjob or whatever. But I can still count, I think, with 2 hands. Maybe an extra hand, maybe no. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna sit here and count now. I think I've slept with like, I think my body count, honestly, I think my body count is 12. Full on 12. Yes. I think so. Mouth body count? Who the fuck knows, bitch? And I'm saying this not in like a braggy way. But then again, it could be. Like, I don't want you to think that having a bigger like a higher or lower body count matters at all, because that's just you and your choice and your path. But what I'm saying, it's sad because it was my choice, but it was my choice out of embarrassment. I was so embarrassed that I was trans and I was like a different girl, a special girl, that I would have to, you know, let everybody, because maybe I would suck you that good that you'd want to be with me. You know, maybe my blowjobs are so good that you just want them every day of your life for the rest of your life, just by me. Wanna be my boyfriend now, please? It was kind of like that, and it's so sad. And it was like that for a long time. I was letting guys that I didn't like at all. If we met for like 2-3 times, I'd give it to you, because no one saw me for more than like 2-3 times, because I was crazy. I wanted a relationship so bad, I'd let you know. And like, my sex experiences weren't so great. It was always really painful. I was with guys that thought that ass and pussy are the same thing and just went to it, and it was painful as fuck. Or I even pooped on a guy once. Yeah, had full-on diarrhea. And he thought because my ass was open, because I was shitting so much, because I had a stomach virus, that, you know, fuck it, let's just shove the dick in there. And what happened? Diarrhea. Up in his chin and everything. It was a great experience. Also then, I was on a higher dose of hormones and blockers. So my libido went down a lot. Like a lot. So I wasn't interested in having sex for like a year and a half, something. Which leads me to now. I am 25 years old. About a year and a half ago, I met on Tinder this guy. Super, super, super hot. So keep in mind, I was 23. Super hot, or like maybe just turned 24, I'm not sure. Super hot. I was still living down south. Super hot, black, tall, big lips, big everything. Circumcised. My type to a T. And I was like head over heels. We were talking like every day. We even FaceTimed. It was getting like, but he lived in the north and I lived all the way down south. So I was like, you know, if we're gonna meet, like, I wanted to be like sure. And he was like Prince Charming. Like, he was absolute perfection. Body, personality, everything. And then like 4 days into talking, he said, listen, I'm gonna be dead honest with you. I am not looking for anything serious. I just wanna fuck you. And I was like, you're not allowed to say that, because you are the man of my dreams. If you were to sell me the fantasy, I would have probably let him fuck me and then probably moved on from me. But I didn't, because he was my type. Like, I'm so used to sleeping with guys that are not my type at all, just because I felt undesired and like unhappy. I would settle and I would actually give it to guys that I didn't even like. So this guy was too good to be true. Like, he was my type from head to toe. And I was like, I cannot let him treat me like the rest of the guys. I cannot let him just fuck me and move on. It's not gonna work, because I will fall for this one. Like, I know I will. As soon as he says hello, I will. Sorry, this is my got to be glued. Anyway, long story short, because I feel like I've been talking for like 3 years now. Years went by, and when I tell you that every single month, he would make sure, every 2 weeks, he would message me. Hey baby, you look amazing. I saw your story. You look wow. Or I would post a status on my WhatsApp and he would be like, damn, why don't you ever let me see you? Whatever. So I would never agree. I would ask him like, are you still a man whore? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like, there you go. There's your fucking answer. I give him a chance to be dishonest, because he knew I didn't meet him because he was a whore. He could have lied at any time. He could have said to me, oh no, I love you now. And I would have probably like been like, yeah, come back. But he didn't. He was very honest every single time. And I did date in between. I was like seeing this one guy, then I saw another guy. Like, a lot of things happened between the years, but he was still every 2 weeks, like a clock, just be right there and message me. So anyway, fast forward to December of 2021. I got really, really tired of having bad sexual experiences. And I got really tired. Like, I've grown a lot this year, like, I mentally and like, you know, inside. And I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I go for the fucking weed heads that I don't like, that I know that they're not gonna treat me well? Not that weed heads don't treat you well, but like the ones that I've been with, You just know, like, I'm going for the guys that just see you as an object and that don't even know you, don't stress to even text you. And I'm like, this guy is my type. I know that I like him. Even if it's just sex, like, at least be it. Because like, it can't be any worse from what I've already have. And I did like him. It's one out of like, maybe out of 100, I think in my life I've liked 2 guys, you know, physically. And like the way he talks and everything, like he is so nice and like a gentleman and like honest. Yeah, like, yes, he wanted just to have sex, but he would say it honestly, but like not treat you badly. He's like, listen, like right now I only just want like pleasure and fun and this. Most guys are like, you down to fuck or nah? And if you're not down to fuck, you're a fucking ugly, fat, tranny, bitch, horrible, you know? So it was a nice guy and I gave him a chance. I was like, listen, yeah, sure. Why don't we meet up? We did. Obviously, that's the point of this story. When I tell you, it was the best fucking day of my life. Well, that's a bit too much. Best experience of my life. Don't get me wrong. Don't be fooled. He's not my boyfriend. We are still, like, just mates. We just fucked. And, listen to me right now, Linda. He's moved. He's moved away. He went to Holland. He moved to Holland. He's been chasing me for years. And when I finally agree to like meet him and stuff, 2 weeks later, he went. He moved to Holland for 9 months. Am I gonna be a little whore and am I gonna go visit him? We will see. But like, listen, we did connect. He even said like, I knew I've liked you for so many years. And I know I've been honest with you and like I've only wanted like sex and fun and whatever and being friends. And you've said no and I respect it. And we sat down and I spoke about it with him, like why my reasons of saying no. And he was so cute and we had pizza together and we fucked. And the sex. Now I understand like why people talk about sex in such a good way, because I thought sex was horrible. I thought that was just it for me. But anal, shit, I don't like it. It hurts. It's disgusting. Men, just see you later. It was horrible. That's why I always just gave head, because I do enjoy oral sex, and I was like, that's it. I'm not gonna give you my ass. My ass is for my husband. If someone is gonna make me be in pain and cry, it's gonna be my future husband, not you. With this guy, it was painful going in because black. But I've never experienced sex like that. It was so good. Like my legs were like shaking. Sorry if it's TMI, but like I've never been so sexually attracted to someone to the point where like I wanted it. Like I wanted to have sex. That's never, ever happened to me. I've never actually wanted to have sex with someone. And with him, it just kind of happened. It went from like being like talking and cuddling to like kissing to like touching each other to then oral to then everything. He knew, obviously he has more experience than me, duh. So he knew like what to use, and I just got a box. It's not here right now, no. I just got a box of like sex toys. Like I'm partnering with a sex shop right now on my Spanish social media, and they do like anal play and anal toys and lubricants like for your ass. So we tried that. And it was so easy and it was amazing, and we both just felt great. So I don't know, I'm 25 and I've just discovered that like sex is good, sex is fun, there's pleasure. Trans girls out there, if you've experienced anything like me, don't worry, someone is out there that will actually make you feel like you like sex isn't hell, because sex felt like hell for me, and it was so taboo because everybody thought that I was having sex all the time and I wasn't. And every time I had it, it was so bad. So with him, it was just amazing. And I hope he's not watching this because I would die. But it was just amazing. And the whole point of this story, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm just telling you and I'm not telling you the point, is that it's important, at least for people who are insecure, because I'm super insecure. I don't like my body when I'm naked. I don't like the fact that I have what I have. I'm not that ashamed of like having a penis, but it does block you in some ways. I don't like, especially like the moment of getting naked, like when they're getting undressed and you have to like get undressed too. I'm like, fuck. But also if they get you undress. I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I get blocked. I'm like, don't look at me. Don't look at my rolls. What can you see? Did I shave properly? Did I not shave properly? Do I look weird? Am I jiggling like jelly because I'm chubby? Like, what's going on? Are my boobs okay? Because my boobs are floppy, bitch. But with him, I felt like the most gorgeous woman in the world. And I just want to send a message out there that, like, if anyone out there is a virgin or just has had bad sex, that there is hope out there, because I'm 25. I've been lying for 10 years that I've been having sex left, right, and center, and the sex is great, and I'm the sex expert, and I'm not. So, yeah, at 25 years old, bitch, I have now realized that I need to love myself more. There is people out there that will make me feel good, but it's important that I choose the ones that I like. Even if it's just physical, there needs to be an emotional connection. We definitely connected. We still text. It's been a month and we still text nearly daily. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. And I hope you enjoyed my little story. Cheers to good sex in 2022, right? That's it. Yeah, sorry, it's kind of awkward to finish now. Literally. Have an amazing new year. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Excuse me, not my battery rudely dying on me. I just hope you guys have a wonderful start of the year, and I hope 2022 brings us a lot of good sex, man, because now that I've had good sex, I'm like, I kind of just want it all the time. But I know now that I shouldn't chase anything. I don't chase, I attract. I don't know if this story actually helped anybody or it was even good content to get out there, but I just wanted to let you know that I've learned a lot this year. And there's a lot of people who don't value you at all. And obviously this guy is still not I wouldn't call him a fuckboy, because he didn't lie to me. I think fuckboys are like guys that will lie to get their cake. And players, he's not a player. Like, he will tell you straight up how it is. Like, listen, I don't want anything else than a good time with you. And he stayed, and we had food, and then he, like, obviously he was like, I have to go, and I'm going to Holland for a while. I've got to work and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's sad. But then again, I'm like, we still have a good connection. We still chat to each other. Sorry, I'm like adjusting the light. Can you tell? I'm like not paying attention to you whatsoever. Sex can be good. Sex will be good from now on. If I have any bad experiences, trust that I will come back on here and give you a story time. I could even like do story times on my past bad experiences if you guys are interested. But hopefully from now on, there wouldn't be as many bad experiences, because I will make sure that I like who I'm sleeping with. Because that is a big mistake that I did so many years of just wanting a connection so bad that I would force it with people who weren't even attracted to me in that way. Have an amazing year. Happy New Year, people. Love you guys so much. Thanks for a wonderful year. And 2022 is nothing but better. So love you. Stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sexy. Bye.